Hey, how's it going, folks? This is my 2016 Ram 2500 Cummins diesel. It is a automatic. I just got it a couple weeks ago and kind of figured I'd show my opinion on it, because some of the videos I've seen on YouTube don't really discuss a lot of important stuff unless you want, you know, twin turbos and 5-inch exhaust on a vehicle that should have a warranty on it, but you just got rid of it. So I'll go ahead and start it up for you. Brings me to the first thing that pisses me off. This light right here. Oh, there it goes. Would you look at that? Zoom in so you can see a little better. It says rear should be set to 80, which is strange because you'd think they'd all be the same. And 68 is within spec. So I've read around a lot about it, and basically a lot of people on the forums are saying it's just an issue with the computer. Got to go in and get it figured out, but it's kind of crazy to see. I'll show you. This thing has 1,300 miles on it and has a stupid issue like that. That kind of frustrates me. A few other things that frustrate me. I don't know if you can see this sharp edge right here on this plastic molding for the steering wheel. You would think that's being very specific. You know, why would you complain about that? Put your hands here all the time, and this sharp edge is just ridiculous. I mean, you're gonna spend 50, 60, even 70. I mean, some of them are 80s now for $80,000 for a truck, and you can't fix this stupid edge. You can't have your quality guys check over stuff like that. And that's honestly one of my biggest narcs on Chrysler, is stupid stuff like that. Sorry about that tangent. Some other things. Honestly, one of the biggest things that drew me to this truck was the interior. This is a tradesman model, so yes, it's very basic. But when you compare it to all the other new diesels, it's one of the better looking interiors. The sound system is very nice. It came with XM radio for a year, which is cool. I mean, I don't do a ton with the channels, but AC kicks out really nice. Some of the other options that came with the truck, something I wasn't really looking for, but it's kind of neat. It has adjustable trailer height. The rear suspension is airbagged, so when I start up the truck and shut it off, you can hear the airbags deflating and inflating, which is nice, because not really for this truck because it's stiff enough in the rear, but you'll see certain people with half-ton trucks with their load incorrect on the trailer. I mean, I'm no expert, but I mean, you'll see them where the front's cranked up, and I've seen a lot of accidents from stuff like that where the wheels aren't steering because there's so much weight on the tongue of the trailer. So that's kind of a cool feature. I mean, with bigger loads. It's got this exhaust brake button right here, which is pretty neat. I haven't played with it yet. I'm pretty excited to hook this to a trailer and see how it'll tow, as it's my first diesel truck. But I've driven several others. I thought about getting a Ford before this. I've thought about getting the Duramax. Basically what drove me to this truck, a lot of it was price, but also the big thing about price, I'll say, is this is later model of this truck. I don't know exactly how long off the top of my head, but it's been around for 5 or 6 years or more. So it seems like every time they do a remodel, they jump up in price. Like the new 17 Fords went up in price 5 or 10 grand. I'm sure the 17 Duramaxes, I haven't looked at the prices, but I'm sure they're gonna go up. So basically there's a few things that really drew me towards the Cummins. One, I'll show you, which I think is ridiculous for a truck, is weighs as good as it is. 17.1 miles per gallon right now, and this is driving 8 miles to work and back every day. So I mean, it's barely heating up by the time I get there. I mean, every other day I'll take it for a little longer spin just because I want it up to temp. It's still got the 1540 oil in it, so I mean, I've been driving around for a bit and it's still not quite up to temp. But I'll change that out for some 540 soon, but just because winter's coming. But one of the big things, I like the way leveled trucks look. I'm in no rush. I just think they look a little better when you have a tire that fits this. Having the live front end in the front solid just, it looks way better, and it's just way easier. The independent on the Duramaxes, I don't care what people say, they're kind of a pain in the ass to lift. The CVs are never at the right angle. I'm not a big fan of torsion bar suspension, so that's kind of what I didn't go that route. At the same time, I did work for a Shelly dealership, and the Duramaxes are a fantastic engine. There's no transmission better than the Allison transmission. The quality of it is getting a lot better. The rust on them is starting to decrease. Hopefully this one doesn't rust. I'll have to daily it for a few winters just because I don't got loads of money. But sorry, back to some other things. The Ford I really liked as well, and basically I probably would have gotten a Ford. I thought about getting a used one, but it just didn't make sense what the guy wanted. I paid probably a few grand more for this brand new truck than a 13 Power Stroke with 50,000 miles on it. So why would you not? I mean, if the warranty is a big enough reason, 3 more years of warranty, it'd be stupid not to. So we'll see. I love it so far. It's a great driving truck. It rides really smooth. The steering isn't as good as like a rack and pinion setup, but it's still fairly tight for moving 8,500 pounds through traffic. I haven't even tested the 4-wheel drive yet, but like I said, it's a fantastic engine. I just learned from watching a YouTube video, how to do the high idle. So if you guys want to see, you just hit the e-brake down there, it'll show up on the dash. Go right here, press the cruise on. So when you go right here, you hit the set button, you'll see it go up, and then you can kind of adjust it with the hitting the plus, adjust it down. You just hit cancel to shut it off. Weird thing, I was not a huge fan of. I'm sorry if you can't see it because my stupid phone won't adjust, but there's a flap right here to adjust the e-brake. It's about the flimsiest thing I've ever seen. That's gonna probably break off eventually. Let's see what else. Probably another big thing that I liked, I had a 2003 Tundra before this, so this is a way different ball game. At the end of the day, honestly got rid of that truck because it started to be a money pit, and when you consider, I was paying $400 a month and you're putting $500 in parts, that's a $900 new truck payment, and I'm paying less than this. So I'm saving money by driving a brand new vehicle that I don't have to worry about. But anyway, one of the things that's kind of nice, the cruise control, that's pretty standard to have it on the steering wheel nowadays. The horn is really strange when you hit it. If anybody that does, you know what I mean. It sounds like it's literally right here going off in the dash. This stuff for the phone, I don't think very many people use it. If you do, that's your opinion. I never use it. I think it's kind of a pain in the ass. But these menu setups, I don't change through these very often, you know what I mean? If I want to look at fuel economy on a trip, I just leave it on fuel economy. You know what I mean? It's not something that you have to change through all the time. I usually just leave it at this screen to make sure it's up to temp. But I would have liked to see the volume controls over there, honestly. That would have been nice. Other things that are nice is hooking my world's shittiest, sorry for the language, world's crappiest iPhone cord. That is an original iPhone cord with my 5C that I just got rid of, and it still works. So I don't know who was working that day, but it's got duct tape on it. But when you plug in your phone, if you want to play your own music or whatever, even podcasts that I've streamed off the internet, it hooks right up. It'll automatically start playing. You can even control it, which I was surprised. I figured you could control the music, but I didn't know with other software, like through podcasts and stuff, how good it would react to that. Other fantastic things about this truck is the storage space. There's stuff everywhere. Nice glove compartment there. You got 3 cup holders down here, 3 more up here. You got some in the back seat. Inside here, nice space. You got my gum and my glasses. One strange thing that I thought was kind of weird is you have this space right here, right? So not exactly like, can't really be used for anything else. I'm sure you could pull that up, but I think it'd be stupid to do that whenever you need. But they leave this seat here, which is strange. They probably just don't want to pay extra to have like a, full plastic encased center console. But I mean, I'm never going to use the middle seat unless you got like a tiny kid, but I wouldn't even do that probably. Yes, it is raining. I'll do a walk around probably one day where it's not raining. I'm not going to get soaked. Probably one of the things I was super surprised about that I would say most Dodge people love is they love to flip out these stupid mirrors and, you know, show how cool they are, because, you know, everybody knows if you flip out your mirror, you got the biggest, baddest truck ever. You know, I think people call it the moose horns. But the visibility with these mirrors is not quite as good as I'd want. You know, it's a pretty big truck. I think you can kind of see, you know, I don't think it's great. Maybe it's just I'm not adjusting to it. I mean, it's a wider truck, so the mirror is farther away, but, you know, just one of my little issues with it. But if you look at the door trim, that's all very nice. I mean, it looks like it could get beat up a little bit. I mean, it is a workman's package. I was originally looking for a carpet, and I was going to get some WeatherTech hard plastic floor covers, but, you know, this truck kind of popped up, and it was the right color. It was the dark gray, and I think that looks pretty sharp. And it had the carpet delete, and I wasn't a big fan of it at first, but I've really kind of gotten accustomed to it. I mean, if you see this dirt, it would take a second to wipe that up compared to messing with carpet. I used to be a car detailer, so sometimes it's a royal pain in the butt to get all the dirt of the carpet. Needless to say, you're gonna be like, hey, you got these cloth seats right here. Are those gonna be a pain in the ass to clean? Yeah, that's right, but I didn't feel like spending an extra $4 or $5 grand to get leather, and leather's kind of irritating to me because in the winter you're freezing when you sit on it, and in the summer it sticks to your rear and your back, and you know, like peel yourself off of it every time. So that's annoying, but besides that, I'm very happy with the truck. The mileage is great. Certain drivability things, I don't know if it's just getting used to. The Allison never felt like it shifted like this. It seems like when you're going really slow, I believe it's the 3rd to 4th shift, if you're like barely on it, it'll feel like the clunkiest, like lazy shift ever. Like it almost should rev up more before it shifts. So I'm sure the engineers at Chrysler got a good reason for it. Maybe they don't. I mean, everybody says Chrysler transmissions are god awful. Never owned a Chrysler truck, so I can't prove, but one of my buddies did blow his trans in his truck. What else? I mean, that's basically it. I've enjoyed it so far. 1,300 miles. It's been nearly perfect, except for that stupid thing. I'll get checked out. I'm sure it won't be a big deal. I was pretty surprised with the emission standards. I mean, everybody thinks diesel trucks are the worst emissions, even though a lot of them are cleaner now because they got particulate filters and all that. I mean, if you watch a direct injection gas engine like an EcoBoost, when they stomp on it, it'll puff out a little unburnt fuel that was sitting on the cylinder walls. But anyway, the reason I bring it up is the DEF fluid. I figured it would go through more, you know, it trying to inject it in because it's, you know, it's a big 6.7 diesel. I figured it would need more DEF fluid to be used, but it doesn't even look like it's moved. I don't even know if it's hit on. I assume it'll probably kick on at higher loads when you're pulling a little higher EGTs. But I mean, I can show you through the menus and stuff, but it's pretty standard stuff. I mean, there's nothing in here that's like, holy crap, this is why I bought this truck. I think these are pretty neat. The fuel economy meters, I mean, it's trying to get the economy to drive better. I think it's kind of interesting, you know what I mean? It's kind of a fun game. You know, I got a heavy foot, so I don't get the best mileage, but oh, sorry about that. Just some other menus. This is basically just so you can see a little better what your brake is doing when you're hooked to a trailer. I might get out here. It looks like the rain stopped here, so I might just get this all done in one shot here. So take the keys out so I don't accidentally lock myself in this parking lot. So this is a little better look inside before I close it up. It is kind of light. It's a diesel gray color, they call it. But in the Tradesman, you can't get any other color. I was looking for black, but you know, here's the factory fuel cap. I'll show you that in a second. I mean, who's gonna keep that piece of crap? I'm really glad I paid, you know, over $50,000 for a truck, and they give you like a penny, less than a penny, probably a fifth of a penny, for that stupid fuel cap. This is some storage space underneath, and I really like this. Storage is a big thing for me. There's some more cup holders. This space is kind of cool. I think it's got a wiring harness for to plug in your vehicle, so you know it keeps the coolant warm, so cold starts aren't as bad on the poor thing. Yeah, I mean, pretty basic on the panels and stuff. Mine came with the chrome package. This wasn't something I was looking for at first. I didn't really care, but now that I got it, it's like I can't even remember. I think it's like $500 or $800. And if you ask anybody, like resale value and stuff, the way the black ones look, it just, you might as well pay a little more. You know what I mean? If you're putting that kind of investment in, just pay a little extra, make it sharper. I mean, you may not think you're gonna sell it, but you might. You know. One of the first things I added was these Weathertech Mud Flaps, just because it started spraying. I mean, you can see right here that it's already way less than it was. I mean, you guys haven't seen what it looks like before, so can't really prove, but you know, just keeping the stone chips off and stuff like that. Comes with the 18-inch wheels. Don't really care, I'll change those eventually. One of the big things that I really liked that I wasn't going for at first is it came with a factory like rhino lined bed liner, and it looks really, really sharp. They did an awesome job with it. It's got dual trailer connections here. I mean, standard hitch with your safety supports. I mean, that's gonna rust out, I'm sure, but they all do. Nice electrical setup for a gooseneck, which is nice. You don't have to run the cable out here and scratch the piss out of your new tailgate. Taillights are sharp. I bought it from K&M Dodge and Ram in Grand Rapids. I would highly recommend going to them. They were fantastic. They, I mean, this is my first new vehicle, so I had to go in there a few times because I didn't really know what I was doing, but they work with me every time. So I would definitely recommend them. I don't know if you can see the airbag under there or not. Probably not, but what else is there? Oh, that mod, that stupid plastic cap. This is a cap made by Fleece Performance. One of the stupidest things is these capless fuel tanks, especially in a diesel, because water in a diesel, anything that shouldn't be in a diesel tank besides a diesel is going to screw it up. I appreciate this seal here, this little rubber seal, but I'm sure if I power wash that, some water gets through, so I don't know why it'll just come with a better factory cap. I don't believe in that stuff. I think it's the stupidest thing ever. It'd blow up a $10,000 fuel system. You know, just put a cap on it. It's stupid not to. So these are the mirrors. I think, I don't know if it's the 15s and the 16s. Just the 16s come with this indicator for the blinker. Kind of nice, makes them look a little less just all plastic. I'll be pulling the badges off soon, most likely. I'm just not. I mean, the Cummins ones looks nice, but this big gaudy Ram one's a little much for me. I'd show you under the hood, but I mean, really nothing special there. It's just the engine. These tow hooks, I haven't tried them out yet. I'll be curious. I mean, I won't be off-roading or anything, you know, leave that for my Jeeps, but we see if, I wonder if it'll hit the chrome here or not with the hooks. I'm honestly thinking my version doesn't have the fog lights here, so these lights by themselves are just not the best. I just want something a little better. So I saw some write-ups where they put a plate right here underneath these 4 bolts that hold in your tow hook, so a little bracket comes up right here and you can fit. I've seen some people get 30-inch curved bars in there, so it'll be nice because it kind of fits the you can see the curvature of the bumper. I think it'll kind of fill in this space nice. Hopefully it doesn't mess with whatever cooling system that is. It looks like the AC condenser. Maybe this might be the tranny cooler down here. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll see. I'm gonna do a little more research and get a little more money before I do something like that. Some of the styling, I love these marks in the hood here. I think they make it look really sharp. A lot of new body panels just look so gaudy, like, I don't know, you can see kind of the door. I mean, it's a big door. It's got a small crease in it. There's nothing really cool going on, so I like that they added these little spots in there to make it look a little sharper. I love the cab lights, and I think the clear is like, I mean, the smoke and stuff, that all looks nice too, but for factory, the clear ones look really, really sharp. I really like that. What else do I not like about the outside? I'd say probably just from gonna see, I live in Michigan, so the way these inside of the fender kind of wraps in, I just really hope it doesn't start rusting in here and stuff. We'll see. I'm looking at fenders, you know, but I mean, hopefully it doesn't come to that. I got time, probably a few years it'll start going. But one of the other things that I really like the way it looks, but practicality, I mean, this is a truck, so people are going to be reaching in here to grab stuff like my washing equipment that I left in the back and forgot about. But if you look at the width of how much sticks over, so when I go to lean in here, it's probably going to get all scuffed up, and I'll be good about it, but I already showed a guy at work and he's already leaning over. I'm like, oh god, don't scratch the crap out of my new truck. That's basically it. I've been really happy with it. I think it's a pretty sharp looking truck. I'll be curious to see where the future takes it. Hopefully, I'm sure it tows awesome. I can't wait to hook something to this. So, if you got any questions, leave in the comments below. This is my first video like this, so I'll do the best I can with reaching it. But like I said, I just kind of did this walk around review just to, I mean, I'm a practical guy, so if people are looking out there for truck, like stupid things like the inside of that steering wheel, that sharp edge, I mean, it sounds like nothing, but when you're sitting and driving with your one hand on the bottom cruising and that thing's rubbing on your hand, it gets annoying pretty fast. But like I said, thanks. Let me know your opinions and some other stuff you want to see, and I'll try to do it. Like I said, I'm new to this, so whatever you guys want. Thanks. See ya.